Hello and welcome back to my Saskatchewan garden. Well, the garlic bed is ready for planting. It's finally soft enough and the ice is gone. It's still cold, but garlic doesn't mind that. So I will show you what I've sorted out for my garlic. These here are enough, with a few extra cloves probably once I pull them apart, to fill that bed up nicely with enough space for them to really grow a nice head of garlic. This is the music variety, which is very popular around here. They can get a very decent clove. As you see, this one doesn't have it as much. Which one does here? There's a few of them starting to grow roots here. You can see those roots really starting to grow. I've got to get them in the ground or I will not have garlic. They'll just end up dying and not even being edible because when they start to grow too much, they're not very good to eat. So I'll show you how I separate those. There, hopefully you can get a decent view as I break these apart. What you want to do is you break them apart like this. Well, I got the stalk out. But you separate your cloves as gently as you can. Now these things are very tightly grown together. And it can be difficult sometimes to get them apart. There we go. Now you can see a little better that root starting to grow in there. Tip it about there. And normally there would be a bit of the bottom end still attached, and it came off with the stem right here. Take that stem out. It would normally kind of interfere with the growth, but as it is, these are starting to grow already anyway. You pull them apart. You leave most of the paper on, it's fine. Some you can take off if there's a lot. Do not peel this off if you have root growth starting. Do not peel that. That is your root. And you put them this way down in the soil, so the little pointy end sticks up, and they'll grow. They should start growing quite quickly. And that would be how you do that. See, I could take some of this off. I don't want to take it all. You don't want to leave that outer layer, an outer layer on them. Separate them very nicely there. And hopefully I still gain a decent crop. I'm spacing them out more this year. I'll explain that in a bit when we go outside. There we are. There's a nice little bucket of them. That should be about the 150 cloves that I would like to plant. All decently sized. Now some of them did get some of the skin peeled off them. I think they'll still grow though. And these are the ones that are, they would grow. They're growing now. Let me see if I can grab one here. Look at that. They grow. And there would be nothing wrong with planting them if it didn't matter how big you wanted your final head of garlic. Because the bigger you start with, the bigger potential yield you'll end up with. So, I just have these set aside, and we'll just use these for eating right away in the next little bit. But yeah, these are growing too. A lot of them are. So, yeah. So, come with me outside then. There you can see the spacing I want to plant my garlic at. They will be about 4 inches in the row, and the rows will be roughly 8 or 10 inches apart in this bed. I'll have to just kind of readjust them, but I'll lay the rest of them out and then I'll show you how I plant them. There, as you can see, all laid out. Now I'll zoom in and show you just how you want to plant these with a bunch of mulch. Now, because I have mulch in here that is slightly matted, you don't want that over your plants. So pull the mulch away, get down there. Garlic needs to be planted fairly deep, a couple of inches. You can usually push it in, but this soil is a little bit hard and cold right now. Just put it about like so, and the heel, this part goes down. That's the heel. This little pointy strip is where your stem's coming up. You just want to get them in there. Just like that, cover them. But don't put too much mulch right on top of them. If there's a mat, definitely move that out of the way. And there we go. That's the first few here. There we go. Cover that without a mat. And zoom out. And you can watch me plant a few here. While the cat bumps the camera. Well, all planted, and who knew that a framing hammer was a gardening tool? There was so much thick ice in the middle of that bed still, I had to chip it out with this to get them planted. They'll be fine that way because they're normally planted in the fall and freeze through the winter anyway. But I think I should go over what I have on that bed. Last fall when I did the fall prep on it, I put down some wood ash with a little charcoal in it. That's good mineral content, and the charcoal is good water retention. And then some old chicken bedding, and then some old musty straw on top, or hay on top of that. So that's why it wouldn't thaw out. So I had to take a lot of that off, and it still wasn't all thawed out. But that's my garlic for now. I will catch you on Friday for the next one, and I will talk to you later.